Hey, welcome to Fitzdog Radio. It's exciting. You can feel the anticipation in the air. The announcement has been official. I've talked about it. I hired a publicist who's my dear friend, Michael O'Brien. And he told me to announce today that my special is coming out on August 27th. I talked about it last week. I didn't know. Apparently, you're supposed to build it up. I guess it hasn't been built up, but at least you're familiar with it. It's been in the works for a while. I tried to record it a while back. I didn't like how it turned out. There was some production issues. We flushed it. We threw it out. I started all over again. And here we are, a week out from it being released on YouTube. I want everybody to see it. It's for the world. It's not behind some paywall. Although I will say this. There is a donations tab on the YouTube page, and if you feel so inclined, and there's no pressure, you want to throw $2 in, $5, $10. I spent about $50,000 of my own money, which I won't be getting back. I'm doing it just to put out a special. That's what it takes these days. And so, if I recoup a little bit, great. If not, just watch it and enjoy it. Tell your friends. Comment. More importantly, comment on it on the YouTube page when it comes out. Tell your friends, all that. Okay. Anyway, enough about that. So, update. I bought my new Mustang last week. I talked a lot about how much that meant to me. How nervous I have always been to buy myself a nice car. And one of the main reasons is I'm afraid something bad will happen to it, and then I will be too sad. I'll be so sad. So I bought it a week ago, and today my wife accidentally scratched the door. Now listen, it's almost a relief because now it's happened. Now it's not perfect anymore, and I'm not mad at her because she's on crutches. And what happened is I was getting her in my car, and the crutch scratched the door. So what are you gonna do? It's done. It's not a perfect car anymore, which is better for me. I'm not perfect. But we took it for a ride yesterday. She's been cooped up with this broken foot for 3 weeks and barely getting out of the house. And so I decided to take her out on a drive yesterday up through the Malibu mountain. Well, it's actually the Santa Monica Mountains, but it's in Malibu. And we drove up. If you ever get a chance, you're in LA, you want to take a pretty drive, go up the PCH, past Pepperdine University, take a right and go up to Mulholland Drive and make a right and just zip through there back down. It is spectacular. It's some of the most beautiful scenery in the country, if not the world. And it's little serpentining roads. And I got the car, you can put it in sport mode, and I'm just ripping through the turns. And my wife, to her credit, did not once say slow down or be careful. She knew I was behind the wheel of my new Mustang and that I wanted to open it up. I wanted to see what she could do, and she did a lot. She did a lot. She made me proud, and that was fun. And then we get home, and I should show you a picture of my backyard, but our backyard got torn up about, 2 weeks ago. And then the contractor keeps telling us that he's waiting for parts. He's waiting for the tiles to come in. We're just throwing some tiles down in the backyard. It's not a big job. It's not a big yard. But it's been sitting there for 2 weeks. And I know the tiles are there. I've talked to the tile store. And so then today I come home and my neighbor is demoed his house and is rebuilding it. And guess who's over there working on the house? My guy, my crew, my whole crew of guys. They're over there. I go, what are you doing? And they're like, well, the boss wasn't there. The main guy wasn't there. And they said, well, he asked us to work. I go, what the fuck is going on? Is this a joke? And I'm walking around in dirt. I'm tracking dirt in the house because our backyard got dug up to the fucking dirt. Pipes hanging out. So I got to have a talk to my neighbor about poaching my crew. That's my crew, motherfucker. I leave in the morning. It is Sunday night as I record this, and I am getting on a plane at 7 a.m., get to New York, and head straight downtown to do Skanks. You know the Skanks show? What's it called? Skankfest? Skanks. Anyway, whatever it's called. Love those guys. We'll see who's there. I don't know who's in that crew anymore, but I know Okerson and Gomez, and is Soder part of that? I think Soder's part of that. So we'll do that, and then I'm going to do, what else am I doing in New York? Bonfire, Jay Okerson doing David Cross, and then a bunch of Sirius XM shows. I'm doing We Might Be Drunk, but not on this trip. I'm going back to do it. And then I'm off to Austin to do, I did Ari already. I'm going to do Kill Tony and Rogan and Your Mom's House. Anyway, a bunch of, you're going to get sick of me. You're literally going to get tired of seeing my face, but this is what needs to be done to get this podcast, to get this special out there. Also coming to you live in Louisville at the Louisville Comedy Works, August 23rd and 24th. That's this weekend. Denver at the Comedy Works, August 29th through 31. Austin at the Mothership, September 6th through 8th. Temecula, Alaska, Tulsa, Tacoma, San Francisco. Just go to fitzdog.com. It's easy. Get the dates, get the tickets, come out, say hi. You know, it'll be fun. Trust me. All right, I'm keeping this very short today because I have to pack. I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks straight. I'm home for 1 day in the next 3 weeks. And so I have to pack. I got to pack. I got to go. I already did shopping all weekend for my wife. The fridge is fucking packed. Freezer's got a lot of frozen dinners in it. Lots of toilet paper. And we arranged the schedule with the kids where they're taking care of her. You know, they'd forget about her. I come back. She's dead. She's starving. So anyway, I got a lot to do. So anyway, my guest this week is my very dear friend and neighbor, Annie. You know her from Lights Out with David Spade. This Is Not Happening. She used to be on Girl Code on MTV. We used to do Chelsea Lately a lot together. Adam Devine's House Party. And her own podcast. So what else do you need? We had such a great hang. She came to the studio this week. She and my daughter bonded, which was really nice. And here's my chat with the great Annie Lederman. Welcome to the podcast. It's Annie Lederman, who's been on many times. Why? Because she's one of my dearest friends.
You're my top 8.
Really?
I think you're actually more than my top 8, but it's kind of scary to tell someone that. It's like,
yeah,
you're a clinger. But I was thinking in MySpace, you would have been in my top 8 like 1,000,000%.
Wow. Yeah, you're definitely in my top 8.
I have a question, though. Your top 8 that you had during MySpace, are you still that close with all those people?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's why I like you. You're a real dude.
Well, I feel like, you know, it's really hard to create history with a new person. Like, you can get excited about somebody, and this is something we lack. We don't have history. So that's why you're one of the few people. That's why I treasure you, because it's so rare that somebody enters my life now that I feel a connection to.
But we do have little bits of history, but we weren't close. So it's like we did a bunch of weird TV shows, which are almost traumatic events. They're weird.
Chelsea, pull the mic up to your mouth.
You're taking. Oh, that's what Chelsea said too. That's how I got the gig. But Chelsea's, you had a different experience because you'd been on it so many times.
Well, I had been her head writer on a previous show.
Wow, I didn't know that. The girls behaving badly?
No, it was called the Chelsea Handler Show.
Oh, yes, I remember.
It was a sketch show. It was actually, she was really good at sketch.
It was before Chewy, right?
Did Chewy join? I think Chewy joined during that show.
I met those producers and they told me like the lineage of Chewy, how Chewy was a porn star.
What?
Yes, Chewie was a porn star.
No.
And Chewie, by the way, showed me so much love. I was so scared at Chelsea because it was just I'd never been on TV. And there was just a lot of things moving all the time. And the only person that was always really nice to me was Chewie. So I would give him so much attention to the point where I went down to hug him and he stuck his tongue in my mouth.
No.
He tongued me.
He did?
Like, he played me. He groomed me. He groomed me.
Rest in peace. He died.
R.I.P. that little nugget.
Oh my God.
What a cute little casket, a little baby casket they put him in.
Oh, I didn't see it. Was it on social media?
No, I'm just assuming he had like a child's casket.
Oh.
Save a little money on that. It's the least sad use of a child's casket is a grown man.
Yeah, I think somebody asked Hemingway what's the shortest novel he could write. And he said 6 words. Baby casket for sale, never used.
Never used is good, right?
Yeah. No, it's sad.
But why would
the baby died?
But why was it never used?
Because the baby died before it was born.
It's like a miscarriage?
Slightly used might be sadder.
Yeah, lightly worn.
Lightly worn. Shat in twice. Oh. My daughter, who you just met.
Beautiful. You have a beautiful family. I love your family.
Oh, thank you.
I used to jokingly hit on your son, and now it's weird because I have met him so many times that I'm like,
yeah.
Does he know these jokes?
Well, no, you flirted with him through social media. You'd love his pictures. No, you never responded, but you used to tell me.
It was a joke to you.
Yeah.
I mean, he is handsome, which makes it weirder.
Right.
But that was always my joke with my friends who had sons that were teenagers.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm coming for it. And then all of our colleagues over the pandemic got popped for this. So now I'm like, oh, I was kidding.
Hey, let me tell you something. When I was young, I always dated older women. When I was 19, I dated a 40-year-old one summer.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. She was great. I stayed friends with her for years.
Till she died 10 years later.
Died. Well, that's what's creepy now is when I think, oh, my God, she's now almost 80 years old.
You'd still bang her. If you weren't married, you'd bang her. You're a weirdo. I could see you just creeping into that crevice.
And her name was, I can say it, Joanne Palumbo.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Ethel. Didn't you guys think it was going to be like an old lady's name?
No, she was like a Italian family from Queens. And her sister was, I think, Debbie Palumbo, who was a hairdresser.
Debbie Palumbo.
She was the younger sister, and she was dating my
older brother.
That
a name like that only cuts mullets.
Yeah. It's all mullets and extensions.
Yeah.
No offense.
You're saying that's the girl mullet is it extensions?
A little bit.
Can I interrupt you 1 second and go back to it? Because I have to tell you what happened to me last night.
Okay.
This autistic guy came up to me and he goes, I love your haircut. And I went, oh, thanks. He goes, it's like 2 lengths. I go, oh, no, that's just my extensions aren't blended. Like I didn't do my hair well. You're not supposed to see that part. And then he apologized a bunch as they do.
But you love autistic people. Didn't you used to work with them when you were younger?
I did. I almost became a behavioral therapist.
Yeah.
Because it was fun. I worked with this little autistic kid. And then I worked with, at Easter Seals, there was a variety of special needs there. But they had one autistic kid that did not fit in with our crew. Because he was violent.
Yeah, there's always one violent one.
He would just beat us. And all the other ones were just like cute cerebral palsy kids, just kind of like hanging out in their chairs. And we'd let them wrestle and we'd run around in their chairs. It was really bad. Honestly, we should be in jail. We'd be going around in their chairs, like all the counselors. We were having so much fun. Like, it's wrestle time, WrestleMania. And we're just like beep, 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 racing each other.
When they caught you betting on the fights, that's when they
said,
my
gosh, just throwing money at them as they're down there.
It's like Deer Hunter.
They're all like army crawling because their legs don't work.
Those would be good fights.
Honestly, and they love wrestling so much. It was such a fun. That was such a good job. That was like the best job ever.
Did they hit on you, any of them?
Yes, they were in love.
Yeah.
And you would start to get, it was weird, like, it was a summer camp. I worked there for like maybe 3 or 4 years. You would get jealous when they'd move on to another one. Mm-hmm. You're like, well, I'm a sicko.
Yeah.
There was one kid, I would call him, he was actually such a G. He had a degenerative brain disorder. I don't know what, I can't remember what it was called because he was the only one we had with that. But he, I would call him every Christmas and he would, without pause at the end of the conversation, his parents, he was on a regular phone. I would go, okay, Chris, it was great talking to you. Merry Christmas. And he'd go, love you too. I'm like, what a G. So his family just thought I was like, I love you. I'm gonna fucking bang you. He's like, miss you, love you too. I was like, didn't say that.
That's
Said
a
Merry
good
Christmas.
power
It was
move.
so
I'm going to
good.
do that to people.
It was good. You should do it to Palumbo.
Yeah.
So tell me about Debbie Palumbo.
Joanne Palumbo.
But her sister was Debbie.
Oh, Debbie. Yeah. So Debbie was a
listening.
hairdresser, and she was with my brother. Me, my brother, and this kid, Sean Burgoyne, who is from Belfast in Northern Ireland. Real tough kid.
Okay.
And so
Like an exchange student?
No, he and my brother got thrown off a train together in Paris because they had fake tickets. And then they became good friends. And then he went out, and my brother
Fake
was
tickets.
going to...
I can't even get fake tits.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know. I was just being like Mark Norman.
Just kind of flying off.
Woo,
Yeah.
Jews.
And so he then lived with my brother at Fordham in the Bronx, where he went to school.
Okay.
And then came out to
His family?
This was in the Hamptons.
Yay. Sorry.
This
I'm
was in
gonna
the
mark that.
Hey.
Sorry.
And
No one's laughing. I want everyone to know the whole place is not laughing.
no, I tell them not to.
You
laugh.
do?
Yes. Do you want them to laugh?
No, well, not now. There's too much pressure.
What,
But I am seeing some
what is
smirks.
this? Like 2 bears, 1 cave?
Why, Bert interrupting the whole time?
No,
You're Tom, I'm Bert.
no, they got it. They were all
Same size
laughing.
tits. Okay, sorry.
You've shown your tits on the internet.
I didn't mean to.
Oh,
Do you want to
So-
know what happened?
yeah.
We're going to finish this story. By the way, it's going to be the last 5 minutes of the show. I finish this story.
It's yeah.
But we will finish this.
Yeah.
On my old podcast,
Yeah.
my producer Anthony, as a joke, I would flash him and I
Uh-huh.
would say, does it count as a Me Too if you're not getting paid? And then he would put a bar over it or pixelate them or something.
Probably
This-
just 1 pixel.
It wasn't a lot.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot. The bar was more of like a little Hitler mustache, but covered both of them. It's very weird. But he won. It was Thanksgiving, I remember, because I was with my family for support. He forgot he uploaded the wrong video.
Yeah.
So he uploaded the wrong video, and it was really sad how few DMs I got.
Uh-huh.
It was like 4 or 5 people
Oh.
going, you should pay your producer. Like it didn't, because my fear was always your tits go viral. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Never went viral. If you guys are Annie Lederman, BOOBS. But yeah, so and it uploaded, and it was only up for like he was a waiter too, so I had to like call him. He was a waiter at a country club. I was like, motherfucker, what? And he was like, oh my God. And so he was like freaking out. I
But
thought it
there's
was
a
funny.
part of you that was like, this is great.
Well, I was livid because I was like, what if they look like shit? And then I
Yeah.
saw them, and that was like good angle. I was like, nice.
Yeah.
I was like, perfect. What a perfect crime.
Right.
It's not my fault.
So somebody who gets hair extensions.
The way you're judging them, because now I'm realizing you're not actually looking at me. Your eyes are actually going wall-eyed and looking at the side of my head.
Oh, I thought you meant we're looking down at your breasts.
Well, it's never happened.
No.
My feet, maybe. People, I go real low. I go, hello, my eyes are up here.
So why not get breast implants if you're going to get hair
These
extensions?
clip out. Padded bra is like the type of breast
Yeah.
implants I would get. I don't want breast implants.
No?
Sorry, do you want me to have them?
No, I don't
By the
like
way,
them.
we discuss it a lot.
I
feel
don't-
like every podcast we've done, we've talked about whether I'm going to get a boob job.
I don't like them because because everybody goes big, and then at the end of the day, I think that I just bought a new car.
Are you catching my ADD? That was like crazy.
No, it all connects.
Okay.
It connects. I bought a new car.
You were thinking about headlights?
Huh?
I know
Talking
you bought
about
a new
gas.
car. I'm very excited about it.
All right, so I bought a Mustang.
You're embracing it.
Yeah. And
It's kind of like a boob
but I'm
job.
embracing it, but there's things about it I don't like. I don't like the side view mirrors. I don't like the air conditioning buttons. Like, it's not a great dashboard. But
I don't like that you have air conditioning, but you have to be in the future. My car it's an iPad. I'm driving it.
Nah, I
Do you know
know.
my Tesla? When the light changes, it dings to tell you to stop texting. It literally goes, stop texting. It's time to drive again. You go,
Really?
yes. Well, I don't know if that's why, but it's what it's good for. You're
Wow.
like, ding, ding, ding. I'm literally playing Candy Crush, and I'm like, oh, I'm driving.
Wow. So anyway, my point is you get a car and you love it and you're excited about it. And I feel young and I feel like I was just telling Owen, like,
You're kind of wearing a hat. You're like a different guy.
yeah.
This is new car guy.
Yep. I've got on colored underwear.
But also, you're wearing like he had a Subaru, so this is like a kind of a dykey hat.
Is it dykey?
I mean, if you're in the Subaru, yes.
Yeah.
If you're in the Mustang, no.
Right. What if you're in Tesla with this hat? It means that you own a small tech company.
Yes.
And you want to
It's
assert
named Cobra.
male.
What is Cobra? Are they?
It's a
paying
golf
you?
company.
Are they paying you?
No, but I got it free.
This is getting sad.
Should I get paid?
Yeah.
I gotta talk.
Whenever my agent lies, his voice goes up, and I saw him last night. Yeah.
I got to start asking you about it. Anyway, so the point
Ooh,
is,
I'm
you
here
have a
to-
car
I'm
like
here to
this,
tweak your career.
and I love it to my core already. It
Yes.
completes me. And so the little things like the air conditioning and that, you own it. The same way, like with my wife. Like I am all
own
in.
her?
Huh?
You own her?
I own my wife.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I was leasing, and then I took the option to own.
Finally?
Yes.
After the kids
25
moved out?
years ago. Yeah. No, when we got married. That is kind of what it's like. When you date, you're leasing with the option to own. And then when you get married, you own.
And you just have to deal with the receding hairline. Like, that's how I looked at it with, like, Todd. And I know
Yeah.
I'm talking to a very bald man. But when I first was dating him, his hair was receding. And I went, I don't care.
Yeah. No, because it's like,
Is Bic paying you for this?
look at the spot on my forehead now.
I don't. Oh, from the thing.
I look like an Indian.
Or Trump.
So you buy the car,
Because it's the.
and you love everything about it. Then you realize that the depth of
I
love.
look like an Indian is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Because it's not even in the middle. It's way.
And there's
it's
no
like
one laughing. And no one's allowed to laugh. I love that you're like, no one laughs on this comedy podcast.
No, everybody laugh. No,
No,
they
it's
laugh.
fine. It's
they
fine.
laugh, but you got to really earn it. They're a tough crowd. They like filth.
Wait, did you lie? Wait, I'm so sorry. Did
I
you
never told
lie
them not
and
to
tell them not to laugh?
No, I never
But
told them not to laugh.
That hurts. Wow, guys, fuck you. Pissed. I'm gonna
I don't
burn
think
this dance studio down.
I think they feel as professionals they shouldn't overly laugh, but I think if something breaks through, it's fun. It's just fun to-
devastating.
it's fun to see what they do laugh at.
Guess they're not Mark Norman fans. I've been throwing Mark Normans out this entire time.
Yeah. Who's funnier, Mark Norman or Sam Morril?
I think Sam is like more like he sits and he writes jokes and stuff, but Mark is just like his brain is just moving really, really fast. And he sits and writes jokes too, but I don't know. I guess Mark.
I think they both work really
They
hard.
do. That's
They
their
both are-
little bond. Is
They're
that
talented. They're both naturally very talented. And part of it is Sam is a true New Yorker. Like he grew up in the city. And
Yeah.
there's something about his cadence and his confidence and his snarkiness.
You can
that's
tell he's
so
a big
purely
dick.
New
You
York.
can tell Sam has a huge cock.
Yeah.
I don't know that he does, but I feel like I know.
What about Mark?
I think Mark has a very average, not anything that he's like embarrassed by,
Yeah.
but nothing to write home about.
Right. Would you write home about Mom? Here, hey, Mom.
Mom, my cock's huge. Remember when you used to wipe shit off of it?
I'm getting
It
a
was
lot.
small then. Now it's big. Bigger
Remember-
than the balls now.
Remember how the balls didn't even drop? They dropped.
You know what
Like
I was
New
thinking
Year's
about?
Eve in my sack.
I talked about this on stage, but my brother showed me when my brother's son got circumcised. He's like, "Do you want to see it?" And I was like, "Yes, of course."
Yeah.
And it looked like a soup dumpling, like with the meat on the outside. And I never have looked at soup dumplings the
That's
same.
before it was circumcised?
It was
or
after. It was
Yeah.
a mess.
Yeah.
That
How
little
old
mess
was
on
he when he
top.
got
A little
circumcised?
baby,
Yeah.
little 3-day-old or something. I don't
Right.
know how old he was.
There's-
We're not Jewish like that. Like there was no rabbi kissing it and giving him herpes.
Oh, God.
I love a bris gone wrong, where you give a child herpes in the beginning.
Yeah.
No laughs. Okay. Oh, I hear a laugh.
There we go. Well,
It was that was guttural. He kind of like went into the couch.
because he's anti-Semitic.
Aren't we all at this point?
Who do you like in the Palestine-Israel thing?
I'm a Zionist.
Oh, good for you.
Did I tell you about when I went to the meeting and they had a bunch of gelt?
What meeting?
I went to this meeting at a meeting at a production company.
Yeah.
And this woman had a bowl of gelt and it was like June.
Uh-huh. Wait, what's gelt?
Gelt is that Jewish candy that's like for Hanukkah and you do the dreidel and it looks like coins.
Yeah.
Don't look in disgust when you realize what it is.
Yeah.
You went, ugh, gelt. You should feel really guilty.
I feel guilty.
But she has this bowl of gelt.
Jewish gelt.
It's the first moment I've stepped into the office.
Yeah.
I grab a handful and I let it kind of fall through my fingers and I go, I'm a Zionist too. And it's like dead silence for 30 seconds, like a long 30 seconds.
Yeah.
My manager, when we left, he goes, the Zionist thing was the craziest thing I've ever heard. It was a great meeting though. I broke the ice.
Yeah. It's good that you recovered, and that shows true confidence, because it's almost like stand-up. Sometimes your first joke dies.
I didn't feel like it died.
I
felt like everyone was
stood
afraid.
behind it. You stood behind it.
Yes, I stood. I hid in an attic.
Yeah.
Behind it.
Right. They find you?
True joke. I died.
You write about it in your diary when you got home?
I was like, I have a crush on this soldier. He's got a cute.
Was that in the book?
No, I don't know. I didn't read it. I've never read a book in my life.
You said to me you wanted my book, and I was like, you're not going to read it, so I'm not giving it to you.
No. You said, I'll give you your book. I go, I'm not going to read it. And I said, maybe it'll be the first book I ever read. And you go, no.
I think you said Todd will read it to me.
Todd will read it to me.
Yeah. So you go to this meeting. What's the worst pitch meeting you've ever had where it didn't go right in the end?
They always go well, and then I don't follow through, and I lose deals that could have been.
What do you mean
huge.
follow through?
Like I had a meeting at Paramount, I think it was, or Universal, where they were like, "We want to buy a script from you." Like on scene, they were like,
"Oh," and then you didn't.
And then I didn't write a script.
Wow.
Well, my agent, what happened was I was working with this guy. This was before I knew how to I didn't know how to like say if I
you
didn't
mean
like
get
something.
other people to do things for you?
No, that would be great.
Yeah, because that's true collaboration.
Oh God,
Yeah.
there's so many people I know where that's their skill set.
Yeah.
They have nothing else, and you're like, damn, and they go far. You're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Good old Cobra Clap. Is that what it's called?
Cobra
Clap, Golf Clap, because it's a golf company. Is that a Sam Morril or Mark Norman? Okay, so yeah, I wanted it to be my voice. But the other writer, I didn't know how to tell him when I thought his stuff sucked.
What's your show? Okay, you get a sitcom. Let's make it a multicam, live audience type of a sitcom. You're the star. What's the show?
So it's 1997, because those have been up for a while.
Yeah.
No, I would like to do, it'd be a fun, like, to do like an early 2000s, not like that 70s show. But I like the idea of like cell phones breaking, like, because I would get drunk and my cell phone would be in two pieces, and it's like there's things like that don't exist anymore. There's no flip phones to break. Everything's so easily fixed now.
So that's the show?
I like my show would definitely be I would be in shambles. I don't know.
Yeah.
But does anyone care about seeing that anymore? Just someone with their life's a mess. I liked Herman's Head. Maybe be a remake of Herman's Head.
What was the one with Zooey Deschanel?
The new girl.
That was cute.
She was adorkable.
I like that.
That was the catchphrase. Adorkable.
Was it really?
Yeah. And everyone loved it.
But that was the thing about that era of TV shows, is it was all puns. Whether it was Sex and the City or Two Broke Girls, the entire writing staff was gay men that wrote puns. Look at you, afraid to touch it. You're so afraid of Hollywood.
No, I was trying to think of, not even a little bit, I was trying to think of how I could make pun into a butt sex joke.
Oh, yeah.
Pun,
Right.
punting, pun.
Well, they just want the show to get into the
pun
back
and
end.
a cock in the bun. I don't know. I was just trying. It was not a Hollywood thing at all. Afraid of Hollywood. I don't think there's rules. I think the rules are fake.
Yeah.
But then I get in trouble and I get banned from things and I go, oh, maybe they.
Yeah. I know, but you try to be loose and free and fun, and then you go like, oh, why the fuck did I say that? You want to know my worst meeting?
Yeah. Is that why you asked? It's okay. You had a good one. A good bad one. Go ahead. All my meetings are brilliant. Nothing has ever come out of a meeting for me, but it's been so fun. I've never gotten a thing. But I always leave like, I'm a fucking gangster.
Yeah.
I make them laugh in a way that makes them not want to work for me.
It's going to happen. You are the most overdue person to blow up. I feel like Fahim Anwar is going to be very big.
Love my Fahimi.
And I feel like Godfrey is going to be big.
Godfrey is big.
No, but he's going to get bigger.
Godfrey was the 7-Up guy.
Yeah, but
Godfrey's like a very famous person. Godfrey's so funny.
No, but I see him as like leading in movies.
Being like a Kevin Hart, but tall.
He's got charisma, and he is funny and sharp and
the funniest
good
thing
looking.
about him, I don't know him that well, but
Black.
When we were at Black as Night, when we were at Dark, when we were at Skankfest.
Yeah.
Do you do Skankfest?
No,
What
I'm
the
doing Legion of
fuck
Skanks though on Monday.
You got it. The festival is a different. It's a different thing. It's so fun.
Maybe they'll invite me.
So, I just tell them I'll burn it down if I don't go. Like I don't allow them to not invite me. I make $1. I don't. Everyone else is like, why don't you ask for more money? I'm like, it didn't even occur to me I could do that. I'm like, let me there. It's so fun. But so, Godfrey's there, and we're all like at the casino after shows, and he's at either roulette. I don't know what. He's at one of the tables, and he's just. You think he's talking to you? He's has an earpiece in the entire time. It's the blackest thing. I'm like, are you an Uber driver?
At the
casino,
table?
he's just talking to. I don't know if
they make you get off.
Does he have he's secretly. It's like I didn't know he wasn't talking to me.
Because you could cheat if you have something in your ear.
I don't know if he was talking to. They don't know. They couldn't
Wow.
tell. It was crazy the entire time on the phone.
That sounds like a Persian.
It's very like Uber drivery.
Yes, Persian Uber driver.
But I love it. I love being rejected.
Who's your
in that
favorite
way.
Persian?
I don't know who's Persian and who's what.
I think Fahim is Persian, isn't he?
I guess Fahim.
Yeah.
Fahim, I brought up last night, and I went, "You don't know who this person is. You
Yeah.
have never heard of this person,
Yeah.
and it's so weird because he's so funny.
So funny. and
He wasn't even offended by it.
He's got new material every time. Good looking.
New, like, great material.
I just feel like, he did that thing with who's the bigger Persian
Goat
guy?
head or something, goat face.
Goat face.
With,
it was like a sketch show.
With not Fahim. With
the guy who's on the Daily Show.
Yeah,
and then
Hassan Minaj.
And then he got somewhat canceled for something.
For something.
Was it he was lying about all his stories on stage?
Someone threw anthrax on his daughter. It was made
right.
up. But I like Hassan. I have one of my favorite memories on this earth with Hassan. We were at the Laugh Factory, and while he was on stage, I would not have recognized this person, but while he was on stage, all the way in the back row, he goes, "Is that Steve Wozniak?" Like, I don't know. I think I would have been like, "Is Jerry Garcia still alive?" Like, I don't know who that man is. I don't know how he looks like that. And it was Steve Wozniak.
Really?
Yes, was at the Laugh Factory. So when he gets off stage, I'm like, we're talking, we're like, what do you think he drives? Like, what kind of car do you think he drives? And so we staked out outside after the show to see what he left with him and his wife left. They left on Segways. They put helmets on.
Perfect.
It was like a moment of like, we're in the Matrix. We created this.
Steve Wozniak has got to be worth $10 billion.
Just a hideous dresser, just a disgusting little pig of a man. I loved it.
Right.
Like a cool guy, but like,
yeah,
just nothing.
Right.
Love that. You can see true wealth as like, you look like shit.
Well, Tim Dillon's like that. He dresses like a slob. He'll wear like gym shorts to the Comedy Store.
This is why I love Tim.
And then pull out in a $500,000 Rolls Royce.
Tim is, which I'm kind of pissed about because he is my sugar daddy. I'm like, isn't that my inheritance? Are you spending all my future money, Papa? No, Tim dresses like, he dresses in polo. He just dresses like a W word.
Yeah. A W word? Oh.
My favorite word that they took from me.
What else did they take?
They took the other word that it rhymes with.
Uh-huh.
That's always been gone, actually. That's never been allowed.
No.
And I never liked it.
Nah, that's not true.
I never liked it.
There was a moment where it was allowed.
Don't act like that because we know why you're pretending that it was allowed. Edit it out.
Yeah, I don't care.
Don't dig it back up.
Listen, I want to talk to you about...
That's so funny. Like, there was a moment it was allowed.
Let me ask you this. You've taken Molly. You've taken
I've
ayahuasca.
taken ecstasy. I've taken Molly. I've taken both this.
Ayahuasca, right?
Ayahuasca.
Which one do you feel like... Because everybody experiences some sort of transcendence when they're doing it.
Yeah.
Which one stuck with you and made like a real change in your persona, your soul?
Probably whipped cream whippets.
Stop it.
When I huff that whippet can.
What about have you ever tried paint? Paint is great, except for then you have blackface when you're done.
Oh my God, that's great. You're treading on some areas that we don't want to go back to.
No.
That one, it was this weird like 4-hour period it was allowed.
Yeah.
It was like this one long podcast with like a other bald guy.
Yeah.
And it's like two bald guys together. It's okay.
All right, enough.
Okay. I'm pitting out here. Oh my God, I'm green screening in a green shirt, but it's not.
Oh, look, you have a little pit sweat going.
I always have pit sweat. I'm in fight or flight.
Do you smell?
No.
Okay. I have no body odor. and I barely sweat.
I wish you were wrong and everyone was lying to you.
Smell right here.
Your face right now is too excited. Is that your thing? You have like armpit play?
I have.
You gonna get boner in front of your daughter?
Oh, God.
But how crazy I wore green and it's not the wrong green.
It's fine. It's working.
That would have been funny. I would have loved if I was see-through the whole time. I love a
But
green
nobody
screen
cares.
mishap.
Nobody cares. We've already proved that.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Especially since you could be like Lady Godiva with the hair down in front.
I always thought she'd be black because of the chocolate. When I
She was sweet inside, though.
Oh, a nougat. She had a nice nougat inside. Chewy.
So, which one stayed with you? Which one made like a real change in your
ayahuasca?
psyche?
1,000,000%.
It did. It stayed with you.
But it's like, it's so funny. So I am right now. There's an ayahuasca retreat that I was invited to in September, and I actually am not interested in doing it
in the desert.
No. I do it in Orlando. It's my Disney. It's my Disney.
That's like the least. That's the last place I would have ever guessed.
And I have this like love for Orlando because of it. Like I look at Orlando in such a different way than I did when I was younger. When I was like, I just don't even notice.
Yeah. The
riffraff. Why is Florida? There's always like a shirtless guy in like cutoff shorts.
Yeah.
With no shoes and the full paint and like just so. And then you go, oh, it's so humid here. That you're sweating from like the inside out, and what else am I going to do other than huff paint?
Right.
What could I possibly do with my life?
I think it's also when you huff paint, you head south.
You
go like, I can't live
emotionally,
indoors.
Physically.
Yeah. You just go as far as you can away from everything. That's why you ever go out to like Provincetown, you ever go out to Alaska. The ends of the earth are people that are like at the end of their rope. They just have traveled and they end up there. The Keys, you ever see the fucking Keys in Florida? That's where the real freaks are.
Wait, Bianca came back. Bianca's been on vacation that works at the Comedy Store.
Oh, really?
She's been on vacation and she came back with blonde braids, and it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. To just come back from a vacation, so I've been on vacation. She said that she's the waitress at the Comedy Store. She was like serving tables, and Don Barris.
No, she's black.
She's black. Well,
or we've argued about that.
You question it, which is so crazy.
We called her on a podcast once because she told me that she was Middle Eastern and South American.
She is, but she's black.
But I think she's like,
shoot you, you're black.
I think she's Eric Griffin black.
Eric Griffin's ethnically ambiguous, and he won't tell me. During the Black Lives Matter marches that were right next to my house, by the way, there were cop cars on fire and stuff, and the helicopters by my house the entire pandemic. Literally outside my house. I called Eric Griffin and I went, "It's time." What are you? What are you?
Yeah.
No more skirting by in the middle. What are you? Are you a black square on Instagram, or are you actually black?
No, I don't know if he's Latino. He could be Middle East.
He
could easily be Egyptian.
I think there's black involved. I just go, will the cops shoot you faster than me?
We should. Next time he takes a piss at the Comedy Store, I'm going to go in with a Schwab, and I'm going to send it into 23andMe.
Don't say Schwab is triggering.
Schwab? Was it Schwab or Schwab?
It's not Schwab.
What's Schwab? Why did I say Schwab? Oh.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, did I trigger you?
I thought you were looking at, are you going to look at cock size?
No. I just, for 23andMe, you got to get the DNA and send it in.
What does this kid look like? If this kid's got the curly hair, he's black.
Right.
He's black.
Yeah. Well,
I love catching a Haitian. I'm good at kind of catching a Haitian. Like I can go, and it feels so good when I go to someone, "Are you Haitian?" And they go, "I am."
Yeah.
How did you know? I go, I just kind of have a thing where I can tell Haitians. There's a little gingery part of it.
Yeah. They look like they've just been through a hurricane.
Why? What stress there must be.
Oh my
living
God.
in a place that gets hurricanes every year.
Yep.
One of my best friends.
I just heard on the news yesterday that a tree, I'm not making this up, a tree fell down in Haiti and hit a power line, and 300,000 people lost their power. You just picture this jerry-rigged, like, like when the homeless try to get power off of a telephone pole and there's all these wires.
What a true nightmare.
I know.
Oh my God. And then, but so one of my best friends grew up in the Virgin Islands on St. Croix.
You're not allowed there, right?
Because I'm not a virgin.
Yeah. But I mean, you're the opposite of a virgin.
Yeah. I'm not a virgin.
You go through the TSA scanner there, and it just goes, doot, doot, doot.
They just call me Croy, not Saint Croy. There's no saint involved. They go Croy. He has like a picture of his house when he was a kid of it getting.
Who does?
My friend Nick, who grew
Yeah.
up of his house just being completely destroyed.
Yeah. Wow.
And they like framed it like, isn't this cute? And then they rebuild their house, and then there's a hurricane again.
Yeah. What's crazy? And then they got civil unrest. You had baby Doc Duvalier come in, who was a fascist, and he just destroyed the economy, stole all the money. You know about that, right?
I have learned more in the past 30 seconds than I did in my entire career as a student. I was very uneducated.
Yeah. Well, you don't read
I know
either.
nothing. It's difficult. It's a challenge.
Yeah.
It's my eyes. I fall asleep.
Do you fall asleep?
I'm going to start reading, though. At 41, I'm ready.
Why don't you start? Will you read magazines?
No. What?
Do you read news articles on your
Do
phone?
you think magazines exist?
Yeah, I get the New Yorker delivered every
Oh,
week.
my God. This is like, I didn't think you were that old. You get magazines delivered to your house?
Yeah.
This is like clinging to the past.
And I get so excited when they show. Because when I was a kid,
if you had a Tesla, you could read them while you drive.
I know.
You fucked up.
You don't do that. You don't.
No, the Tesla, I don't do the auto. It just
No.
doesn't. We never got it to work. It's scary.
When I was a little kid, I used to get Boys Life, which was a magazine for boys and probably pedophiles.
I know. They're like, what are these boys into?
Yeah.
How do I groom them?
Yeah. And it was a lot of bathing suit shots and I was so excited it would come. It had puzzles, it had stories, it had projects, and I would run to the mailbox, and then I got older, and I used to get Mad Magazine delivered.
Oh, Mad Magazine was so cool.
Every
And did you like it
week.
because the Gap? You
Yes.
Felt like, no, but seriously, did
Alfred
it
E.
feel?
Newman, yeah.
Did that feel like validating?
And Letterman made me feel validated
yes,
too.
I
And
do
Paul
love a
Scheer.
Gap. I am drawn to people with gaps. I mean, Paul Shear's is. I don't even know if we call it a gap.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a
It's a
continent.
canyon. Yeah. I just
It's
did
the
his
Grand
podcast
Canyon.
yesterday.
You did it yesterday? Someone else? The one about movies?
No, they're taking they only do that part of the year, and then they do another one. It's just like a chat. You know, Jason.
I love Jason Mantzoukas.
He's
My
the
ex-boyfriend had the
best.
best joke about him. He goes, he's half man, half Zookas.
That's great. That's fantastic.
Isn't that perfect?
Yeah.
I did a movie with Jason Mantzoukas. He's cool.
Yeah, he's really smart.
Yeah. But so what was
reads
Paul's?
a
It was
lot.
just like an interview podcast?
Yeah, you just chat, you just hang out.
Were you guys just spitting? Was
We were
it just like
sp- yeah,
spitting
yeah.
through the... that actually would be so good. That would be a great segment. People would like that. Post-COVID,
anyway-
you don't see that like hands-on spit anymore.
Then I would get Cracked magazine, and then I started
Cracked
getting
was great.
National Lampoon, and then Rolling Stone.
Okay.
I had
getting
all
boring.
the Rolling Stone is amazing because
Really?
not only I love music, but also it had good political stuff in it.
Do you play music?
Yeah, well, I'm an okay guitarist. I'm a good harmonica player,
Oh, cool.
and I want to learn the bass. I've always wanted to play bass. I played bass in
Is
a band.
bass easy?
When I was in 7th and 8th grade, I played bass in a band.
Okay.
Because my friend was an insane guitar player.
It just seems really lazy, bass.
It is lazy. Well,
and
it can
kind
be
of is
lazy.
like lower on your body. Like you're like, ugh.
Yeah, it's way heavier
Is
than
it
a
hard?
guitar. No, it's not. If you want to play rudimentary bass, it's pretty simple. But then you got guys like John Entwistle, or
Who's that?
he's for the Who,
Okay.
and John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin. Or,
I wish I'd done the Who's on First joke. I thought of it too late.
do it.
Who's the guy? What's he from?
The Who.
No. What band? The
The
guy
Who.
in the band.
John Entwistle is the bassist for the Who.
The guy. It doesn't work. I've never
That could have been our
successfully.
classic. That
I've
could have
never
been the
been able to
clippable bit from
successfully.
the
I've
show.
never been able to successfully pull off on
Uh.
Who's on First because I always think of it about 10 seconds too late.
All right,
and then I'm
let's
like,
try it. Let's try it.
We'll edit this to perfection. Thank you.
My friend's got a baseball team, and I'll tell you, the players have the oddest names.
What are their names?
Well, Who's on First?
No, I can't. I don't want to do their bit.
Oh,
I thought we are going to evolve it.
I don't think you can evolve it. It's a perfect piece of comedy.
Don't sip after you say that. Don't punctuate it with a sip. He wouldn't look me in the eye, by the way, because those are perfect.
What's the greatest comedy bit ever of all time.
I was just thinking about one of my favorite jokes is Nick DePaolo. He goes, he's like, my wife always spends my money. I'm going to butcher this, but you'll get the gist. He goes, my wife always spends my money. He goes, I come home the other day. She goes, look, I got this rug for $500. He goes, why is it $500? She goes, oh, it's soundproof. He goes, oh, good. The neighbors won't hear me stabbing you to death. And then he goes, I hope it's waterproof too for when I roll you up and throw you in the river.
Oh, he's the best.
It's so funny.
He's like I'm in New York City. I'm walking down the street and I see this guy. I see this woman and she's screaming, "Why did he leave?" Homeless. Why did he leave me? Why does he leave me? He's like, I don't know. I've known you for 30 seconds and I could use a vacation.
Oh my God. My favorite joke is when Attell, because it hits so close when Attell goes, do you ever talk so much shit on someone you want to call him up the next day and thank him for all the good times?
Did you see his new special?
I did.
Oh my God.
I have a recorder at my house that I bought over the pandemic.
What do you mean a recorder?
You know how he played the recorder at the end?
Oh, yeah.
I kind of am inspired by him to learn the recorder.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know that the story is the last 2 minutes of the special is him playing the recorder to a bunch of sea lions.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
You told me why, but tell the audience.
Well, the audience, let me tell the audience. So basically, Netflix has protocols, and the special has to be at least 40 minutes. Attell shot an hour, but he really only wanted 38. I've been very tight with Attell for 25 years. I've never seen anybody obsessed about
since you got married.
Yeah.
Specifically that
Yeah,
25
pretty much.
years. Interesting.
And
why do you think it was exactly 25 years?
Well,
what do you think about getting married?
Because if you get married, you need a good friend that you can call and talk to about the marriage. Yeah, right. And so he obsessed so much about the Dave's old porn. He wanted the outtakes for the DVD extras, and he did it for so many years that I went, Dave, nobody buys DVDs anymore. Like they were still buying DVDs while he started the project. And so he edited it. Anyway, so 38 minutes and they wanted 40. So they wanted him to add more stand-up in and he didn't want to. So he just went down to the wharf and he played the recorder in front of the sea lions for 2 minutes.
He's funny always. He's so
Always
good. Even
funny.
when he's kind of sad, he's being funny.
Mm-hmm.
He's so, I love that.
But he's also the most gentle,
so sweet.
Giving, generous, sweet. He's the best.
I opened for him and Jeff Ross when they were doing the Bumping Mics tour.
Yeah.
And we were at the Morongo Casino where morons go. And do you think that every time you hear it? Morongo.
I never thought of that.
Where the morons go.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never not.
Yeah,
I thought everyone.
That's perfect.
So they paid me in cash, like $500 in cash. And we just did it it was just a blackjack table the whole time. And I always chain smoke cigarettes when I'm with him because I just want to spend as much time with him as possible. So if he goes for a smoke break, I'm like, yeah, I smoke. Sure.
Yeah.
I'm cool. Can I smoke? Like chain smoke. But yeah, it was so fun to hang out with
Mark
him.
Maron told me that he quit smoking many years ago. And then he just interviewed Keith Richards. And Keith Richards handed him a cigarette and a lighter. And he smoked it.
Sometimes you got to do it. I had quit smoking weed, and before Norm died, he was like at the Comedy Store, and we were outside, and I just smoked a joint with him because I was like, what am I going to not smoke a joint with him? And that was the joint that gave him cancer.
You must feel really bad about that.
They traced it back to that joint.
What's the best LA party you've ever been to?
Whitney Cummings puts on the best parties because they're so random. It's like I'm like starstruck in so many like different facets of my life, like different stages of my life. Like there's like a 10-year-old starstruckness. There's a current starstruck. Like there was like a girl, what's her name from Friday Night Lights? She's like the hot girl from Friday Night Lights. Why can't I remember? Too young. Minka Kelly. She's so hot.
Yeah.
She's so hot. And so like, she's just like, you have this girl crush on her. You're watching the show. You're like, she's like fucking so stunning.
Yeah.
And then I'm like seeing her in person and then I'm not cool.
You're right.
I went up and I'm like, I'm weak in the knees, and I thought she would think it was funny. I was being, but sometimes I like really like, and I think they're going to think it's funny. And she just went, I like your work too. No clue who I am. Doesn't follow me back. You know what I mean? It was fine.
Yeah.
I deserved it. But, And then John Lovitz was there, and he liked Weak in the Knees. John Lovitz, I went, John, I'm weak in the knees.
Yeah.
That was exciting.
Yeah, I could see him liking that.
And that was so exciting to meet him. It's
yeah,
just
Whitney
so
has
weird.
great parties.
She just, it's like, I haven't seen her yet, but I know Melissa Etheridge haunts a few of them.
Yeah.
I mean, are you
Didn't
fucking
she
kidding me?
throw you a party for your birthday recently?
She threw me a party for my birthday, and it
Huh,
was like I knew 2
interesting.
people, and the rest were amazing.
Huh.
You know what I mean? Oh, you didn't get invited?
Didn't get invited to that one.
I was in a weird place where I was like, do I not have friends? Like, having to invite people to a very last minute birthday party, you go, do I have friends?
Yeah. Did you have a big party for your 40th?
Yeah, we went to Vegas. It was me, my fiance. We got engaged the day after my birthday. So I did a show at Wise Guys in Vegas for my birthday. All proceeds went directly to the slots. I said, buy merch, pay in cash, don't be a dick. And the entire check, we just gambled. And so that was my first night. My friend Mary Lou, who's my hypnotist, Mary Lou Rodriguez, she's the best. Did you ever hit her up?
Is this the one who tells you to spend more money?
No.
No.
That was a coach, which...
We're going to get back to that. I
But-
have another question to follow up with.
He's writing Shippa?
Sherpa,
Oh, Sherpa. You mean shaman?
hypnotist, shaman.
But
I'm
I
trying
like
to think of your staff of people. You have a shaman.
Oh,
You have a shaman. You have a hypnotist. You have who's the one who
I have
you
a life coach.
therapist. You have a life coach.
I stopped talking to my therapist. She was the least useful.
You had a therapist. You have, obviously, when you take psychedelics, is there somebody that takes
That's
you
my
through that?
shaman.
That's your shaman.
I have a breathwork instructor.
Did she tell you to brush your teeth?
Is it weird that you don't have to floss?
Who doesn't floss?
Because your teeth are so gappy?
I just suck.
It's so fun being friends with you.
Yeah.
It's endless. I just love people I want to make laugh and
Yeah.
want to make me laugh, and that's
Yeah.
all we do. It's like so weird when you aren't aligned like that with people, with
Yeah.
comedians. Like, because some comedians just aren't like that.
Right.
They're just like all about the stage or
Oh
whatever.
my God.
Or they're like really moody and you can like
Yeah.
offend them. You're
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Right.
Whoa, when was that ever a thing that we were doing for real?
Yeah.
I was thinking about it today while I was journaling. I think when you know someone respects you, when they burn you, when you know there's respect, it's so much better than a compliment.
Yes.
It feels so good. And I think it's because my dad was so roasty and so mean.
Yeah.
And it's like, it lights me up. My dad, I had gained weight in college and we were on a family vacation. And I mean, it was the elephant in the room. Okay.
Yeah.
It was the cankles in the room. I had gained the weight and, we had a house by this lake in upstate New York for family vacation.
Oh, isn't that nice?
And I go to dive off the dock and I'm midair and my dad goes, look, it's Annie Weight Gainus instead of Greg Louganis. It was like so good. It was so good. I was like, I was crying. I was in the lake crying, laughing. I was like, it was so brilliant. Annie Weight Gainus, Greg Louganis. Like, do you get that? And I have AIDS, so it was like a double whammy.
There you go.
But it was like,
Ah,
it's just like
that's
so
good.
brilliant. My dad and my whole life has just been these brilliant just burns that are so funny.
Yep.
And my mom kind of like, Scott, don't do that. And I'm like, Mom, shut up, bitch. It's funny. Like,
Yeah.
like her kind of not getting it and being
Yeah.
like, what's going on? My dad, one of our epic moments too, we were at I had a time period where I had gotten incompletes from college, so I'd sort of graduated.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just wasn't going to do them. I was kind of in this.
What school?
The College of Santa Fe went out of business.
Okay.
Yes. Went out of business. It went out of business 2 times. Rick Ingraham went there first
Uh-huh.
semester. Mervis, the big crazy
Yeah.
wizard that's at the Comedy Store, the BO wizard, I like to call him. And the body odor's wild.
Yes.
And I want to say it publicly.
Yep.
But
He looks like body odor also.
he's
so
an
you're
amazing
warned.
guy too, and he loves to
Yeah.
hug. And
Yep.
it stays on you. It's wild, but we do love him. He's a sweetie. He went there. My college went out of business 2 times. It went out of business once. It came back it was the College of Santa Fe. Then it came back as the Santa Fe Institute of Design.
Oh.
University of Design.
Uh-huh.
Then it went out of business again, and the barracks burned down. They
Yeah.
were like barracks that the Christian Brothers that founded it.
Dorms, you mean?
There were barracks, like army barracks.
Did they use them as dorms?
That's where the Christian Brothers lived, and
Oh.
they had the our cafeteria was in the old morgue.
Oh my God.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
It was fun. And then the barracks had like the social sciences. So that's where my classes were.
All right. So you we're in and out of college.
We're in and out of college. I move home. I broke my foot. I was living at the second floor of this apartment building, and it was too hard to walk my dog. So I was just like, I'm going to move home to Philly.
Yeah.
And I had this like 6 to 8 month period where I did nothing. My dad kept like, I would go to get a job application, and my dad like, you don't want to work there. Like, he really wanted me unemployed because we're having so much fun. He was retired. And so we were just going to like matinees and going to like we call it getting Jew food. We go to the diner or whatever, you know, get fucking matzo ball soup and shit. And we just had this epic time. And we went to the post office together. We just run errands, went to the post office together. And I was sending my friend a present. I was like kind of taking a long time to write him a letter. And my dad just like jokingly, antagonistically is like, come on, like, let's go. And I'm like, Dad, shut up. I'm not done. Like, we're just kidding. It's not like a real fight. We're just kind of causing a scene. And this old lady's like about to leave, and she has her hand on the door, and she stops and she like pivots around. She goes, you know what, young lady? You could tell like she was like biting her tongue. She, you're a real itch. I'm like, I'm an itch. I was like, what the hell? And then she like, I went like this, and
How
she
old
left.
were you?
I was like 21 or 22.
Yeah.
And so then she leaves, and then my dad didn't really hear her. And we're like, it's kind of raining, it's drizzling. We're like out in the parking lot going to the car. I go, did you hear her? He goes, what did she say? I go, she called me an itch. He's like, oh, I wish I'd heard her. I would have told her you're more of an unt. And we like fell. I mean, we were laughing so hard. I was like on the wet pavement laughing. And we can't wait to tell my mom. We like call my mom up. We're like, oh my God. And we tell her the story. And she's like, I don't get it. This fucking bitch. My mom. Yeah. I heard this lyric of a Zach Bryan song that goes, I was raised by a woman that was hardly impressed, and I carried that shit deep in my chest. And I'm like, that's literally all of it.
That's good.
Unimpressed.
I had the opposite. My mom was overly impressed.
That
with
happens
me.
I feel like a lot of male comics have that.
She used to tell me, first of all, she laughed at everything I did. I remember when I was like 7 years old, she said, Greg, take out the garbage. Go get a tie and take out the garbage. And so I came out and I had my father's tie on, and then I carried the garbage out, and she literally fell down on the ground. She was laughing so hard.
How old were you?
I was like 7 or 8
It's
years old.
hilarious to have a man's tie on doing a chore.
Yeah. Get a tie and take out the garbage.
And where was your dad? Why wasn't he taking out the garbage?
He was drinking.
See, these are the
my
two things
father
you need.
literally never did. We have a picture of my dad. One time he took his dish to the
You
sink.
pretending to be your dad is so funny as a kid.
Well, he was like, yeah.
To fill in, you're like,
yeah.
But you really had to be the man of the house.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
One time he brought his dish from the table to the sink, and we stopped him, and we got the camera, and we have this picture of him with the dish in his hand. He would, like, if there was a light bulb out, he would call an electrician. Like, he did zero.
My mom is so sturdy and like thick and such.
What is she, Norwegian or something?
She's Scottish, British, and Irish.
Oh.
Yeah. We found out through 23andMe. Or maybe some of that's my dad. I think she might be mostly Scottish and British.
Okay.
But so she's just such a dude about things. So she just did all the stuff. Yeah. My dad worked all day, and my dad would just come home and do fucking nothing, which was funny, and who cares? He would yell at us a little. He was kind of mean. But my mom just always took on like the dude stuff. Yeah. But it was cool. I'm actually very grateful my mom was so distant and just chilly with her compliments. They just weren't there. But because she gave me my ability to draw, like I'm a good artist. If she had encouraged that, I would be a boring ass fucking visual artist. That would be all I did. Right. My dad gave me so many laughs. Like he gave me my humor, and he just fed it so hard. He just laughed at fucking everything I said. Yeah. There's things, I remember when I was like 11, we went to IHOP. I go, why do they call it IHOP? It's like, I sit, you hop. It's like the stupidest thing. He like brings it up to this day. He's like, everything I said was brilliant and funny. And
well, because then you feel empowered to try. I mean, I really believe anybody can be funny. Like, you talk to the wife of a guy who seems like the most dour, angry, and she'll be always, oh, he's a really good guy, blah, and he's so funny. And you always go, everybody thinks their spouse is funny. Yeah. And I really think everybody is funny. I think everybody has a sense of humor, but some of us were encouraged, and so we're not afraid to try.
Oh, comedy. You've heard 10 bombs on this show. Right. I don't care. Is that low?
Well, I mean, the under-over was 15, so you're almost there.
I like the idea of you taking bets before I come on.
And we have a light you don't see behind you that goes off when you bomb.
Oh, my God.
With like a leaderboard like the Jerry Lewis telethon.
I'm too young.
But I really think it's about...
Jerry Lewis. I mean, it's crazy. Did he have a gap?
Oh, for sure. He had a big gap. Yes. Milton Berle had a big gap.
You know what I like? I like our age gap, too. We have a good age gap.
Yeah, we do.
Because we connect.
Because we're almost a generation apart.
Yeah.
You're almost old enough
What's your age?
I'm 58.
58.
You're 41?
41.
So I would have been 17. So yeah, technically you're young enough to be my daughter. But you don't see me.
But I could also be her mother.
You don't see me as older though, do you?
No. Well, the Jerry Lewis thing was weird.
I mean, I know
but I guess
things.
that was around. That was around.
I know things as an older person, but I don't think I have the energy of an older person.
No.
Yeah.
You walk very fast too on our walks. I'm sweating a lot. I'm like, do I walk? When I'm walking, am I walking?
Well, I think also,
you?
Yeah, I like to think of walking as exercise, not a stroll.
No,
so
it's good.
We go on a lot of walks.
And he walks like an old. You seem when we walk, you seem old, but not like 58 old. You seem like 500-year-old Asian man when you walk.
Yeah.
Do you know how your dad walks? It's he walks like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there's like he's just only thinking in proverbs.
Yeah.
He's like got haikus on the tip of his tongue. I'm like, what is this man doing?
And they're all in French.
I'm like, he's about to just break out in karate or something. Like, what is this guy doing?
And then all of a sudden I go, I solved the crime.
Oh, wait. How about when one of his fans, which he doesn't watch this show because girls are on it, I guess. He only likes the show with the boys.
The Sunday Paper show.
He basically stalked us. And you let him in so hard. It was crazy.
Yeah.
He stalked us. He was sweating. He had been trying to find us around Venice. Here's what I find when somebody's stalkery towards me. If I let them get to know me, they go away. He also had the vibe of like being a producer. He did seem like he had something for you.
Yes.
Did he not seem like he had something to offer?
Well, he seemed like a guy who had his shit together. He didn't seem like some guy you'd be afraid of.
He was sweating. He was trying to find us. He found us like an hour and a half later.
Yeah, he crisscrossed in a way that you went like, wait a minute. He was going that way and we were going this way. How is he in front of us now?
He did.
Sweating.
It's like he ran down every single block looking for us.
Yeah.
And then he goes, oh, there's a little pit stain there too. He goes, oh, you're a fucking disgusting pig. What a disgusting pig.
Oh my God, that's unusual. Sweats. I don't usually sweat.
Oh, you're nervous?
It's hot in here. No, it's quite warm in
here. So he's like running around, he's chasing us, and he's like, he wants to like tell Greg something that he and Gibbons forgot.
It was like a correction.
A correction, like you actually got this thing wrong, which is such a funny, weird, stalker, nerdy thing to do. And then you just invited him to play golf with you.
No, he asked if he could play golf with me.
You
and
go,
I said,
we need a fifth.
You over there. Yeah.
You go, we need a fifth, which, by the way, really got me to the point of golfing is so gay. They're like, no girls allowed. We need a fifth.
We play there's a girl who's part of our group.
And how long is her hair?
She's a lesbian.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And sip. I like our walks because you are new to Venice. Not totally new, but I feel like I've been there for so many years. I love showing you stuff about Venice that you don't already know.
You know every human. It's wild. It's so cool. You know everyone. By the way, they never care about who I am.
No, they don't.
It's really weird. I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
I think it's like people are. I will say this about your age. I think people at your age don't need new friends.
Yes.
They're like, we're settled in, bitch. We don't need nothing to do with you.
It's true. But you're good because
I'm too old to be your daughter.
But yeah.
So they know I'm not your kid, or maybe they already know your daughter.
Yeah, and they know I'm married.
So they
don't
know
think
I don't
that.
need to be respectful to you. They don't have to be respectful to me.
Yeah.
They can just completely ignore me. And you're always like, this is Annie, and they're like, cool. And
but then you're good because you're very curious. You always ask questions.
Well, because I want to get something from them.
Yeah.
I'm like, did they have something to offer me? These rich people that are just playing pickleball all day obviously got some money in the bank.
Yeah. So, all right, before we go, we do a thing called the Fastballs with Fitz.
Why were you looking at them? I mean, the feed out is wild. This is male privilege.
But
Do you know how many men would be jerking off of my feet if my feet were out like yours right now?
crossing your legs and having barefoot.
I mean,
yeah.
you're really flirting right now.
Yeah.
With the foot fetishes.
Paul is like, I look at Paul as like he's a very free. He also does different. He experiments with psychedelics
Oh,
also
fun.
for
I
his
can
mind,
tell.
but he does it in a very focused way.
The shirt's unbuttoned in a way that I could tell.
Yeah, he goes downtown to like the Chinatown area and he buys very cool shirts.
Or I think I say like drugs from them. I was like, that's not controlled.
No.
He's in
His are,
Chinatown. He buys these like little rocks. It's so weird. And then he gets this tinfoil.
and they have an apartment and he stays
like
there for
really
like
weird.
3 or 4 days
You have
with
to,
10
he has
other
to get
guys.
those lighters that are the torch. It's very weird. It can't be like the regular Bic lighters.
Yeah, and he loves tinfoil. I guess he likes
This
to
is wild.
save things. Anyway, so here we go. Is it unfair that some people are naturally likable, outgoing, and even good-looking, and that some aren't? Is that fair in life?
Is it fair?
Well, I'm asking somebody who's good-looking and outgoing, and
I mean, I was hoping.
Well,
is it
but-
fair? I mean, the
do you
Lord
think
didn't
you
give
have
me
an unfair advantage over somebody like?
Don't say a name.
No, I'm not gonna say a name.
I think some ugly people have an advantage over me.
In what way?
I think uglier people can be dirtier,
On stage.
and people don't think they're being dirty.
Yeah, but there's also something. There's a
'Cause they're not
nice
trying to fuck them.
juxtaposition of somebody being good looking and presentable, like say somebody like an Anthony Jeselnik, and then being super dirty. I think people like that because they're not expecting it. And comedy is the unexpected.
I think men are, I don't know if this changes or if I'm wrong. I've never been a man. I have this feeling that men are always looking at women of whether they could fuck them, whether they want to fuck them, what would it be like to fuck them. Is that the truth?
Yeah.
So audience, it's a nightmare. The whole audience is like, could I fuck this girl that's up there?
Yeah.
So then if I say something a little bit dirty, they're like, yeah, I could. I'm like, no, you can't. This guy the other night, this kid, he was like 23 or something. He was sitting there with his two friends. I was like talking shit to him. And I like turn away and then I turn back and he had sunglasses on when I turned back. I go, how fucking dare you? I was like, I'm going to knock you out. I was like, to put your sunglasses on while I turned over here, like thinking you're better. I'm like, trying to fuck me, little kid?
Yeah.
It was so funny. But I'm like, he is still, even though this kid is 22, he's still like, could I fuck this 41-year-old bitch?
Okay. What's the greatest
And
comedy?
he can. He's too old for me.
What's the greatest comedy performance you've ever had?
I've ever had? They're all really good. What's the best one I've ever had? I have like memories of just being in the pocket. I don't remember like which show. Like maybe it was like a Sam Tripoli show. There's just times where you just come out and you're just like fucking every word you say smashes. It's not like I can't remember like a specific thing, but I do try to be in the moment with all my sets. So
Yeah.
they're all pretty good. Even when they're bad, I try to be like,
It is
what did I
about
learn?
being in the flow. It's like sports. There's like Monday night, Kevin Nealon has this new jokes show at the Laugh Factory, and you go up, you do all new material for like 8 or 10 minutes, and then he comes on and you sit down together and he just chats with you. It's really great. And Kevin is magic.
Yeah.
Kevin Nealon is
He's the guy from Weeds. I'm just kidding. What if I didn't know who he was?
He's one of the funniest human beings on and off stage I have ever met. And when he goes up and hosts the show, he does material up front and he turns them into
I love that.
the most
Yes.
generous, open crowds. And so I went up and I had one of those flow sets where you just your timing is impeccable. You're not pushing. You're just, like you said, in the pocket. And then I went up and then I chatted with him and we had a lot of fun. And then what's his name went up? Why am I forgetting his name? Tall guy, wears a jean jacket. Used to play
Kirk.
tennis. Kirk Fox went up and took it to a whole other level. Like his interview with Kevin was one of the
He is
funniest
so
things.
funny.
He did a yes and thing with
Yeah.
Kevin, where Kevin went, so you used to be a hobo. Yeah, I was. Not anymore. And he would do a hobo story. And then he'd go, and is it true you played the ukulele? And he goes, well, yeah, at a pretty high. And they just did this interview where he yes
It
and
sounds like it
everything
wouldn't
with
be funny,
stories.
but I believe you.
Well, because Kirk was,
Does
when
it?
I say,
I was fake laughing and I couldn't do it.
no, in the zone.
I have to learn to fake laugh. I'd be so famous if I could fake laugh.
Yeah. You get a good laugh, though.
But it's not fake.
It's real.
I'm always laughing with you.
Okay. There are two types of people in the world. Go.
White and black. Sorry, Asians. Sorry, Asians. You're one of us.
Have you ever joined any clubs?
I joined this thing. Only white people are allowed. No. I did Landmark Forum.
What's that?
Which was more of like culty. It's like a.
Really?
Do you remember Est?
Yeah.
It's the derivative of Est.
No kidding.
I did that, and I did it for like almost a year, and then I escaped.
Did you live there?
No. It was just like you would do weekends, and then they're like, bring all your friends, bring all your enemies.
They soak you for money?
Yeah. Call you all the time. Wow. And then they use NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, which I think is fucking awesome, actually, because neuro-linguistic programming, when it's used right, will like break you out of every block you have and help you like live your best life. But when used for marketing, it will get you to spend your life savings on a weekend. Like, it's crazy. It's like they'll just go like, they'll call you and they'll be like, do you want to sign up for the advanced course? And you're like, yeah, I guess I would like to, but I can't. And they go, well, why can't you? You go, well, I don't have the money. And they go, well, what about money is like stopping you? And like, well, I don't have any. They go, you don't have any, or you just have some? You go, well, I have some money. And they go, and are you making more money? Yeah, I mean, I do tend to make more money as time goes on. Like, so you don't think you'll make more money if you spend this money? It's like
they make it like an emotional barrier. They try to set it up like it's a metaphor.
And they're not necessarily wrong, right? Because you can make things work. It's just, and maybe they are helping you break through a barrier because it is something you want to do. And maybe it is a deeper thing that maybe I don't want to evolve more as a person, and so I'm using money as an excuse. But sometimes I still want to do the advanced course.
Well, you feel honored that they asked you. They often frame it like that. We have selected you because you're so good to go to the advanced class. They didn't do
that, but I've been in things like that where they're like,
improv troupes always do that.
I had a shaman that I don't fuck with anymore, who was very like, you know, I don't want to have to like leave you guys behind. It was like that type of thing. Like, there's going to be this new world thing, and I'm like, that sounds like the guy who made you drink the shit and wear the Adidas. What? Remember the Heaven's Gate guy? I'm like,
Heaven's Gate, right.
Left behind, bitch. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you Kirk Cameron? Yeah. This is bullshit. There ain't no left behind. And by the way, I won't be left behind. And if I'm left behind, the cool people are being left behind.
Have you ever borrowed a lot of money or lent a lot of money? What are you, that 23-year-old in the front row? Are you doing that to me right now?
Yeah. Did you look up and were you surprised? These are my Gucci's. I found them because of Marie Kondoing my house. $500 glasses I thought were gone. Yeah. Just in a basket somewhere. Oh. Have I ever borrowed a lot of money or lent a lot of money? From my parents, I used to borrow money all the time from my dad. My mom would always say no. My dad would always say yes, and I loved it.
This is when you weren't working at that time?
This was like, it would be like in between gigs, then definitely. But it would be like, I would be panicking and I would call my dad. And then I realized that I actually had a block on manifesting and creating wealth because it felt so good to be saved by my dad. Oh, it actually felt good.
Interesting.
And my mom, and it felt good because my mom would be like kind of a bitch about it. Even though I love I'm like talking shit, I love my mommy. But she would be like, no, she can't have money. And my dad would be like, shut up, woman.
He never
and like,
said
give
no.
me money. He loved, and even there was a situation that I wanted to leave, but financially it wasn't like a good decision.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, I wish, because now he's been retired for a really long time. They're on a fixed income. He's not in that place. I would never ask him for money now at all. But it was so sweet. He just said, I wish I like had like $100,000 I could just give you right now to like get you out. And it was like so sweet. It just felt so good, even though.
Can I tell you a story?
Yeah.
I mean, just that dynamic that you said that you wanted him to take care of you. When I was about 7 or 8, when I did the tie joke, we were at the Shannon's house.
I'll never not think of you as in a full suit that's like dragging on the ground with a briefcase you can barely carry.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny.
So we were at the Shannon's house, which is probably about 10 blocks from our house. Yeah. And I'd ridden my bike there. And then my father came and he said, all right, come on, we're going to go to the driving range and hit golf balls.
Cool.
So I got on my bicycle and he was still talking to the Shannon. So I started riding home. And halfway there, I stopped. And I waited for him because we had a station wagon, and I wanted to put the bike in the back. And he saw me waiting, and he goes, you drive your own bike home. And then he took me to the driving range with my brother and sister, and they hit golf balls, and I wasn't allowed to.
Because you wanted him to put the bike?
Because I wanted help.
Well, it's better that you didn't get in the car because he was obviously wasted. He was obviously in a fucking blackout to say that to a kid. I mean, you're wasted if you say that to a kid.
Yeah.
My dad has a lot of stories about like that with his dad, where his dad, he shit his pants. He was supposed to go over to this kid's birthday party and give him a present. He was like 3 or 4, maybe 5 years old, and he shit his pants. And his dad made him go over with shit in his diaper or in his pants and give the present anyway, like humiliated, like walking there. It's just like this sort of like teaching your kid to be a man in a way that's like the bad part of being a man, like teaching them the like holding in any sort of,
and not being able to ask anybody for anything. That really affected. I mean, in a lot of ways, it made me very autonomous in my life. Like I've always taken care of myself and my family. And but I think there's a part of me that isn't able to ask for things. Yeah. Except for people to be in my podcast.
This would be so good if they started laughing now. While you're telling the story, they start cracking up. Isn't this hilarious? Laugh track. Yeah, right. No, that's yeah. And then but then I think your job because you do have a choice, right? And I think at this age, I'm really learning that some people don't choose the light. They lean into the darkness. They want to be the victim. They want to, and I've watched my parents, they blossom out. Like you see some older people, they go in.
Yes.
My parents, like my aunt goes in. My dad blossoms out. My mom blossoms out. They evolve, they grow.
Yeah, that's great.
So I'm so lucky I have that example. But and they laugh. Yeah. And laughter is the way you stay open. But so they, oh God, the ADD is real.
Final question.
It was going to be so good.
What's the hackiest bit you've ever done in your life?
Wait, your job? This is what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really fun. I can't wait to tell you this. So your job as a person that wants to bloom out is to be able to take the things that were kind of done to you and look at how they've actually helped you in your life.
Yes.
And not that you go, it's good that it happened, but you go like, it's like a gratitude for just like being what you are in that moment.
I think it almost brings us back to the point I was making about buying a new car, being excited, not liking the air conditioning in the side view mirror, and saying, I still love all of this, and this is a part of my car.
So that's why not getting a boob job.
Please don't get a boob job ever.
I'm never going to get a boob job. If I get a boob job, it's like a bit.
Yeah.
I just become a fucking plastic surgery person as like a character or something. Right. There's no way. I couldn't even imagine it.
Are you on Ozempic?
I'm on semaglutide.
Is that like Ozempic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best. Are you worried?
No, you look great. I'm happy that you feel
what if I was like private
yourself?
about it? I'm just kidding. I've never been private about anything.
There's nothing you've
Can you imagine?
Been private about.
Edit it out. Well, it's so annoying because I look younger than my age, and everyone's like, "Stop telling everyone your age." And I'm like, I fucking have like Tourette's of the truth. I cannot. I know. Every night I go on stage. I go, I'm 41. And people are like, "You are?"
Yeah.
And then, but it is fun to have that happen.
I think it's cool to be older than people think you are.
Well, I want to be what I am.
It's like a wisdom.
Isn't that our job as humans? Just be ourselves.
I remember this comic said to me when I was in New York. I got married and I had a kid, and they're like, and I was doing jokes about it, like, "Oh, you're gonna be the comic that talks about their kids?" And I was like, "No, I'm gonna be the comic that always talks about the truth of their life." I know. That's what a good comedy is. Yeah.
Never talk to you again. He probably quit comedy after that.
It was Mark Maron.
Oh, Maron is so bitter.
I love Maron though.
He's one of my favorite people on earth.
I'm not even kidding. Favorite people.
I have such a soul connection with Maron. It's so fucking weird.
Yep.
I think you have that or you don't have that with him. You know, it's like one or the other.
The people that get that annoyed by him, I just think, don't you get it? It's like even like Kevin Brennan. I love Kevin Brennan, and he's toxic, but he makes me laugh, and I think that the whole thing is a bit.
Are we about to make it into the Babbleverse?
Yeah. Oh God. Right. All right. Never mind that.
I like to know like a little bit what's happening in those worlds, but I don't know much.
I don't want to know anything about it. Final question. What's the hackiest bit you've ever done? I
had a joke. A friend gave it to me. My friend Mike is very funny. He's never done comedy before. He goes, "You should do this joke." I go, "Oh my God, that's great." This is why I never take jokes from people.
Yeah.
I go, "This joke is fucking awesome. It's so funny." I do it on stage. I'll tell you what it is after. I do it on stage. it's like, it kills. Someone comes up to me and they go, oh, I know like an open micer that has a similar bit. And I go, oh, an open micer has a similar bit.
Yeah.
So I go, okay. So then I Google it to see if I can find the open micer. I just accidentally hit image. It was a fucking meme. You could Google, it was so hacky, you could Google image the joke.
No.
It was so bad. It was about CrossFit.
Okay.
It was like CrossFit's like the opposite of Fight Club. When you do it, the first rule of CrossFit is you have to tell everyone you do it.
That's a great joke.
But it was it was already, and like my fucking friend just gave me a fucking meme. Like they don't understand. Now comedy is memes, kind of. Like there are people that have full careers doing that.
I had somebody give me a joke, and they said it happened to them. And so I said, can I do that in my act? And they go, yeah, absolutely.
The betrayal.
So I do it in my act, and I was taping a TV spot there was an old show called Comedy on the Road on A&E way back when. It was my first TV credit.
Yeah, big deal.
And I heard this joke like 2 weeks before, and I'm fucking closing with this. And the joke was, I pulled up to, I'm in Kissimmee, Florida with my friend. And he goes, no, it's pronounced Kissimmee. I said, no, it's Kissimmee. He goes, no, it's Kissimmee. So I said, all right, fine. So we pulled into this fast food restaurant at the drive-thru, and I said into the speaker, I said, can you tell me very slowly where we are? And the guy goes, Burger King. So I do the joke. It fucking kills. And then like everybody was saying, dude, that's like a joke. That's like a joke that's just around. My friend told me it happened to him.
It's like Pickett's to Pittsburgh. But the thing is, too, it's not because some people that aren't comics, they think to make the joke land, they have to say it happened to them.
Yeah.
But the insult is when you said, I'm going to use that, and he didn't go.
Yeah.
Part of the bit is saying it happened to you.
Unless it was his bit on me. Maybe he was fucking with
he's like
me.
actually a genius.
Yeah,
was this Mark Maron too? Because I could see him doing that.
Annie Lederman, what else can I say? You've got some tour dates coming up.
I want your help with my special, and I need it to be on camera.
What?
I want your help with my special, and I need it to be on camera. I told my life coach I was going to say it on camera.
Of course.
My life coach literally was like, you have to talk to Greg. Like, I brought you up in my
Really?
life coaching. I wanted to return my life coach first. I have 8 sessions with him.
Yeah.
Third session, I was like, can you return a life coach? And then 4th session, he ruled.
What's it cost?
Off. We'll tell you off. It's embarrassing.
You're gonna make it
all back. Do you
want
to know how much I spend on all that a year?
On all these different shamans and life coaches?
I don't know, but I would like to gather it together and tell you.
Yeah, let me know.
It's a lot. It's definitely like a couple teachers.
And you lease a Tesla. You live in an apartment I think your apartment is $6,000 a month.
Guys, I'm fight or flight. I'm barely above water, but it's great. But I look cute. My Tesla's taped right now. I was like to my business manager, I was like, can I get my Tesla fixed? He goes, oh, I go, it's taped. My Tesla's taped. I have a taped Tesla. The bumper's taped to the car.
I had a paper clip on my Prius.
But I believe like you just fix everything, you be cute, and all the money comes in. He doesn't like think it's cute to be cute.
Yeah.
You know, my credit card got declined. This is worth.
You're gonna have to borrow money from your dad on the fixed
income.
I
know. No borrowed money. I'll never borrow money.
Yeah.
I also don't lend money unless it's a gift.
Always write it off. Never expect money to come back when you lend it.
I had a friend that was like, can I borrow $500? I don't want to ask my mom. And I was so pissed at him. Ask your mom. You didn't ask your mom yet?
Yeah, right.
And also he's friends with billionaires. I'm like, fuck you. I was so mad at him. I was like, how dare you come to me?
Yeah.
So annoying. Go to like either your richer friend or your fucking mom. My credit card got shut off.
Go to the comedy.
After I got a colonic.
Wait, what's today's date? I don't want to promote.
A woman had sucked shit out of my ass, and then my credit card. I had to come back the next day.
Today is the 14th.
I was like, "Do you take seashells?"
So the 25th to the 27th of July, you'll be at the Phoenix something.
I already did that.
That was July. Oh, that was July 20. What am I doing?
They got to fix my fucking
the
website.
Comedy Store. You'll be 826.
I invited Greg to do it, and he's not going to be there.
I'm not in town.
He's going to be. That's the day your special
Annie
comes out.
Lederman and Friends. Yes.
That special day.
No, it has to be announced. We're not announcing it yet. Oh, wait. When does this come out? Yes. My special is coming out.
That's why his armpits are starting to get nervous.
That's why this
Guys,
day...
I have to just say something. When you watch the special, it's not just about watching the special. You watch the whole fucking special. It's going to be fucking amazing. But you love Fitzdog. You love him. You're his fucking people. So it's up to you to comment on it, say how fucking amazing it is, like it, and share it. Literally send it to people, post it on your Instagrams, tell everyone, and they have to watch it from beginning to end so it gets in the algorithm.
Thank you so much.
And you go everywhere you go, you talk about it.
Talk.
Because it's going to be that good, but the algorithm doesn't care if things are good.
Well, especially since I'm going to get kicked off the algorithm because it's dirty. So I need people to spread the word.
It's very important. And when it comes out, you watch it fucking immediately from beginning to end. You don't turn it off, shut off your YouTube, and then come back.
And then if you're heading out to the store, put it on again.
While you sleep, it's actually really good.
Yeah.
It's good to manifest laughs in your sleep. So just put it at a very low volume. Have it run. I'm not even kidding. Just have it run on repeat over and over and over again for the rest of your life. This man should be a billionaire. Okay?
I'm manifesting it through you.
He's so excited that he got a fucking... What's your car?
Mustang.
A Mustang. Guys, this is sad.
Yeah. Thank you, Annie. Also, Toronto on August 31st.
Yes.
Eugene
so fun.
on September 12th.
There's more than one day. He's like, not. But
Back at the store on the 17th. Naples, Florida on October 10th. Tampa on the 11th and 12th. Look at you with a little
I'm doing
Florida
little runs.
Bloomington on the 18th and
Mall
19th
of America,
of
bitches.
October.
You know I'm a mall bitch.
Chicago at the Den Theater on the 23rd. That's
excited.
one of my favorite places
Then
in the world.
after that, I'm going to
Boston on November 22nd
No, but
and
after
23rd.
I'm doing Chicago, and then I'm doing the one Comedy on State after that. But I don't know why the tickets.
It's not on your website. Not on your website.
Don't shame me.
Your website has something else that's out of date. I can't remember what. But yeah, you need to take a pass on your website.
I will never be doing that. That will be my reps doing that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you get 10% of my income.
I know.
Fucking figure it out.
Work it.
Sometimes they complain too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I go, you take emails.
Right.
You take emails.
You have an agent and a manager.
Agent, manager, and business manager.
And a business
25% is going out.
10 goes to the agent, 10 goes to the manager, 5 goes to the business manager. And then you got to pay. Do you pay a publicist?
No.
But you got all these other shamans.
But I
and
fucking
people.
should.
Yeah. Well, you save a lot of money with your fiance because he does all your videos
He
for you.
is my guy.
Yeah.
He was rude to me last night. He's never rude to me ever.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he
Came
would be.
home with Taco Bell for him. Nacho fries. So excited to see him because he usually comes to the Comedy Store with me. I'm like, Todd. He goes, what? Never talks to me like that. I go, how dare you? I have done that to him many times, but my feelings were so hurt.
Yeah.
He never talks to me like that.
How long did the fight last?
A couple hours. I said
Really?
sleep on the couch.
No.
But then he
You told him to sleep on the couch?
Yeah, sleep on the couch. Fuck you. You should be excited to see me. I
shit,
didn't see you in
couch
3
fight?
hours. But then
Couch
he didn't
fight's
sleep on the
big.
couch. He slept next to me. But this morning, I usually walk the dog, and then I go, Randy, go get Daddy. And I was just walked in silently.
But that's your big thing. You love to walk the dog to the coffee shop every morning.
I know, but I've been trying to not go to the coffee shop because
Yeah.
it takes too long.
And it's also
I have a
wasting
whole morning.
money. I'm so upset about the way you spend money sometimes. Like, I believe in all this shaman stuff because that's bringing you somewhere.
They're not telling me. There was
my
one
daughter does this. My daughter buys coffee out. She buys sushi constantly. She doesn't have that
She knows how to live.
I know. No, she has to save
Good
her
girl.
money.
It's gas station sushi. It's cheap.
It's gas station sushi.
Okay, now that we got problems. Okay,
All right,
listen.
but that adds up.
If your sushi's not $50 or up,
Don't
you're
eat
gonna
it.
get a tapeworm.
Yeah.
Wait, can I tell you what my new morning routine is? I know you keep trying to end this, but I won't allow it.
Yeah.
I wake up,
Right.
I take one of my pills, okay? I swish with coconut oil in my mouth for 10 minutes.
Did your breath therapist teach you to do that?
No, I just learned, I don't know where I learned this. It's
Yeah.
called oil pulling. It's good for your gums because my gums hurt all the time.
Yeah.
It's good for your gums.
Wow.
And it makes your teeth white. And
I should do that because of my gap.
Oh my God, it'd be squirting. I did cough the other day and spit oil everywhere. Todd was laughing so hard. That's when we liked each other. He's so nice to me that when he's mean to me, it hurts so deep.
Can I tell you how much I love Todd?
He's so great.
He's
Isn't
just
he
such
so
a
great?
he's got great energy.
He's
'Cause
always laughing.
He's
He's always
mellow, but
happy.
then he lights up when he says hi and smiles.
He's funny.
Yeah, and he's funny.
He'll zing you. He really he'll do a thing like he never lets a thing go.
Yeah.
So like we were going to, I think we were going to like the reptile store. We were going somewhere that was past, we were leaving a restaurant, driving past our house and then going to another place. And I forgot, he was like driving. I forgot we weren't going home. So he like starts to go through the stop sign that's like where our house is. And I go, like I start to go, that's where we live. And I go like this. And then I remember we're not going and I kind of put my hand down. And then he waits like 30 seconds and he goes, why'd you put your hand up and point at the house? Why'd you put your... And I was like, there was a moment I was like, he's not going to let me get away with doing that. It's just funny. The call outs to me are the funniest.
All right. We'll see you soon.
Brush your teeth after the oil pulling. I walk my dog. I meditate. I do that TM app.
Yeah.
I listen to Bob Roth gives a little introduction in the beginning.
Nice.
If you get it on the hour, you can do these Zooms.
Yeah.
He gives like 2 to 3 minute little like talk.
What do you pay for that?
Nothing.
Oh. It's
So-
not like you.
Don't.
Can't you find a way to pay for it?
Then I roll on this thing that was kind of expensive. This like I roll out my neck and my back while he's talking. Then I do my meditation. Then after that, I write for 30 minutes playfully.
Oh, so you just let the pen go.
Playful
That's
writing.
the key. Morning pages.
Playful
Morning
writing.
pages.
So it's an hour and 35 minutes total.
So
that's
you're
why I got
done. Your day starts around 11 a.m. then after all that.
Well, I was coming here. I had to leave at 10:40, so I left at 10:47.
You're always late. Today you were only 5 minutes late.
Well, 3 if you don't count parking. And
Remember
walking.
that you were late for a walk once and I got mad at you?
No. I've blacked out anytime you've had a negative emotion towards
Oh.
me. How late was I?
Like an hour. And then you showed up with a fucking a coffee from a
people
store.
don't like that. But
If you're going to be late, don't show up with
people don't
some-
like that, but what you don't understand about me with coffee is I get it way earlier in the morning and I sip it all day. So
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
always thinks I got
Uh-huh.
it. I got it way before I got off track.
Yeah. Okay.
That coffee was sitting there. It was
Yeah.
in different places in my house. Sometimes at night,
Yeah.
there's this much of the coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Sometimes I'm drinking on the way to the comedy store, get ready
Yeah.
for my set.
Okay.
So I promise it wasn't that,
All right.
because I would have just walked.
I
to
remember
get
the
coffee
last
with
time you were, after that time, you came right on time.
Well, that must have been a
You-
fluke.
No, I think you remembered that I got upset the time before.
Well, you're good because you do have a very busy schedule. So when you do walk with me, there's a very specific window of time. You always have dinner or something you're doing,
Yeah.
hang out with your family. Richard is a good family member.
Yeah.
We don't have many of those in our business.
No, we got to take care of those guys.
Anyway,
All
we
right.
ended this podcast 25 minutes ago.
Annie, you're a delight. I'm so
I love you. Thanks for having
so
me again.
happy you came on again, and let's do it more.
Of course,
Okay.
always come
God
back on my
bless.
show too, Annie would.